Why inner music, you might ask? How did I become interested in that? When I was 12, I was involved in a very tragic drowning where my sister died. A week later, I discovered I could make music in my head. Brand new music in my head.
Since 1967, I have collected all the documentation I could find on the subject of inner music. It seemed to me, after attempting to organize hundreds of quotes on the subject, that there were certain patterns in terms of voluntary and involuntary, remembered music, and imagined musical improvisations. Even though music experience is always something moving in time, it is relatively fixed in the terms of whether it is something new, never previously occurring, or something that has been previously composed. Therefore, in my attempt to arrange imagined music in an orderly fashion, it seemed logical to arrange it into old, meaning previously composed, and new, meaning never before arranged into a pattern, as far as can be ascertained. While these separations may seem insignificant to an unmusical person, they are of substantial importance to a musician. Just as Freud helped make the subject of dreams more substantial as a psychological structure, it was my intent to try to introduce the concept of music in a stream of consciousness, music not heard, but only imagined, to be a psychological structure of significance. My inspiration lay in part in how Jung saw mental images as archetypes, and in part in how early writers on music defined their subject. Both Boethius and Augustine wrote works on music that were of particular interest in this research. To be sure, the philosophical problem of whether there are universals in music is a difficult one. The relationship between imaginary music and ordinary sounded music has been of special interest to me. But inner music is the subject of this paper. Imaginary music is something that most of us experience. It has probably occurred when a subject says, "I can't get that tune out of my head."